miles, no doubt about it. This ASICS high abrasion rubber, along with the stout overall build of the upper, right out of the gate, leaving the house, my gut reaction, I can feel the gentle stability built into the shoe, 100%. And it's a pretty high drop, just so you know, 10 millimeter drop from heel to toe. I can feel that as well. I think I need to make an update vlog on the different types of drops out there and how it can impact your gait cycle, your foot strike. All right, enough talking. Let's get down to business. Well, the GoPro 7 died. That's this one right here. So no more feet shot. Sorry about that. It's a lesson learned and a little tip of the day for any running YouTubers out there. Certain cameras don't do well in colder temperatures. So this guy died, so sorry about that. But thankfully I brought it back up. There it is, there it is. First impression run in the books, not my full review of the ASICS, let me get it off my foot. Hold on, the ASICS GEL-KAYANO lite. There we go. And as I said out on the road, I think I said this, the stability does not, at least underfoot for me, it did not feel like the stability, you know, sometimes you wear stability shoes and there's a post, like a really solid post, what they call a post in running shoe production, to help with overpronation on the medial side, so the inside of your foot. And I did not feel that today, and I just got to start off with this. I usually don't do this, but it's kind of complex what ASICS is doing with the shoe. Listen to this. ASICS created specific deformable shapes on the top of the midsole through the use of our 3D space construction, which is trademarked by ASICS, to slow the rate of pronation while the flare geometry of the midsole adds the right amount of support. So I am seeing this kind of very interesting geometry happening with how they constructed this midsole. Anyway, speaking of the midsole, let's dive in. 10 millimeter drop. 31 in the heel, 21 in the forefoot, pretty high for a daily trainer, okay? For the weight, let me put it on the scale right now. In men's size 9, we're looking at 9.9 ounces or 280 grams. In women's size 8, we're looking at 8.9 ounces or 252 grams. And in my size, hold on, here we go. Interesting. I thought I have 9.6 right here. I guess that's right. I thought it was a little, okay, 9.5 right now, and then 270 grams in my size. So there's my score, all right? Not the best score, and I'll come back to that in a minute. Moving on to the upper, we're looking at recycled content polyester through the upper. So it is, I just got to say, like, they're really making a push with the shoe to make it, like they used a lot of recycled materials. I read over 80% of the shoe. And for that heel counter, it may be the stoutest heel counter that I've tested thus far. I cannot bend that guy. I could have, I guess I would like really wanted to, but it is a stout heel counter. The tongue is not gusseted, very breathable through the toe box. We'll see how this shoe performs. It's supposed to be in the 20s, low 20s on Sunday and Monday, so in a couple days. So I'll be testing this shoe out in colder temperatures soon. The lockdown was solid, not perfect. I think, you know what? I think the tongue, if it was gusseted, I think that would help a little bit with the lockdown score. Very plush through the collar. What else on the upper? Okay, fairly wide toe box. I felt very roomy in the toe box in this gel Kayano lite. I'm sure I could talk about more for the upper. We'll move on to this midsole, the Flight Foam midsole. There it is. Love the colorway, by the way, ASICS on your midsole there. Oh yeah, and real quick, let's do that durometer test. Pulling it out of the box, looking at the shoe online, looking at pictures, I thought the midsole was going to be quite a bit softer, and it's frankly coming in a little firmer than I expected, even out there testing underfoot. Like, yeah, just it feels like a firm landing. So note that, and you know, even just pushing with my thumbs, like it takes quite a bit of effort to make that kind of push right there. For that outsole, the ASICS High Abrasion Rubber. So this makes me very nervous when I see all this rubber on the bottom of this shoe, but as I get my thumb and I start pushing in, actually let's do the black as well. Okay, interesting. So I'm gonna say the density and the firmness scale between the black and the green outsole rubber, the green is definitely a little softer, which is perfect, especially for me as a forefoot striker. I don't want too firm of a landing under the forefoot, so I love the fact that this ASICS High Abrasion Rubber, and we're going to get to the durability prediction here in a minute. Oh my goodness. This makes me nervous, all this rubber, but I do like how they have made the rubber fairly pliable and not too rigid. One more note on the outsole, a little bit, and this gets into that design. Like, I think they really engineered this shoe in an amazing, like with all, I think they really put a lot of thought into this midsole. So much so, it would be fascinating to go talk to the engineers who came up with it, because this decoupled groove, which has an angle to it basically under the heel into the midfoot, is going to impact your foot strike. I'm going to say thus far in a good way. Again, I'll keep testing, but it's just it's a fascinating outsole, and there's my score. Like, it's a solid score for this outsole because it connects to my durability prediction here in 1 second. Fit, no issues. I went true to size, so no issues with the length of the shoe. And again, the score is not a little higher because I just felt a little too much wiggle room through the toe box. That's the only reason the score is a little lower. For the fit, for the comfort, very comfortable upper. It's a very plush, wow, okay, interesting. Oh man, there's a lot of cushion in there through the collar of the shoe, so that's what wraps around your ankle, everybody. I did make a vlog. All these terms, if you're new to the channel, welcome. All these terms, upper right-hand corner, if you want to learn more about, when I say collar of the shoe, medial, when I say medial or lateral, when I'm talking about gusseted tongues and non-gusseted tongues, so a heel counter. So anyway, upper right-hand corner if you want to learn more about the shoe anatomy, as I believe what I called that vlog. Okay, so plenty of plush cushioning there. The score, once again, is not a little higher for the overall comfort of the shoe because I expected the midsole to be a little more forgiving, all right? It was firm. And again, all right, let's dive into it. Positive. It's snappy, very snappy underfoot. It got me pretty excited. It just got me excited. Okay, positive. Drawback is the weight. And let's do it right now. How will I use this shoe moving forward? This is not a tweener shoe. Somebody posted on the Studio Superfans yesterday. Sorry, I'm not remembering your name. I posted a picture of this shoe in the behind the scenes as I was unboxing it, and the guy, I think it was a gentleman, he said, Seth, I bet that's going to be a tweener shoe. And I'm going to say, actually, no. The only reason is because of the weight. If they could, ASICS, if you're listening, if we could drop the weight by 1 ounce, or 1 ounce, so under, around 8.5 ounces in my size, I would put this more closely into that daily trainer and tempo day category. But for now, it's going to fall into that daily trainer category, as well as not quite an easy day shoe for me for 2 reasons: the weight, and then also I like a little more midsole cushion under my forefoot for easy days when I really want to just baby my legs a lot, when I'm going 9-minute pace basically. So that's how I will use this shoe moving forward. Who is it best for? I'm going to go with, if you like a snappy feel, and of course, okay, you need a little bit of stability, or I'm going to lean in the direction of if you need a lot of stability, I think you might need to look at a different shoe that has an actual post on the medial side, so on the inside of your foot. So anyway, that's who I would recommend this shoe to. A little bit of stability, and you like a snappy feel and a really plush upper. All right, now, oh Nelly, here we go. Price point. Oh boy, what are we looking at here? We're looking at $160. Oh boy. Oh my goodness, but I forgot. Durability prediction. 700 miles. 700 miles, no doubt about it. This ASICS high abrasion rubber, along with the stout overall build of the upper, along with the durometer test with my thumbs, I think this shoe will 100% go the distance for a long, long time. So my score, though, is not good for the price point. For a daily trainer, that's almost at the price of, you know, some racing shoes on the roads with a carbon fiber plate. Not quite. If it was like $20 more, but I think this shoe needs to be much, much closer to that $140 price point, okay? So I'm not excited about the price point. Sorry, that's how there's just so many shoes on the marketplace these days that is good for the consumer to help drive the price down. And now I get it, ASICS, I get it. It's high build quality, and I can tell the engineering is there. So somebody put a lot of time and effort into this shoe, designing it. But that's just a lot when you're putting it into the daily trainer category, when there's just so many other options out there. So there you go. There's my early score, 7.4 out of 10. Not too bad, but I think we got a ways to go with this one. Question of the day: what has been your favorite ASICS shoe of 2020 thus far, and why? All right, I know there's a lot of ASICS fans out there. Mine would have to be the Nova Blast, even though it gave me blisters on my Achilles tendon. Still love that shoe. I think that shoe was it 7.6 ounces in my size? ASICS Nova Blast, does anybody remember? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for being here. Thanks for buttering the bread. Onward and upward. There you go. First impressions in the books. ASICS GEL-KAYANO lite. I will say though, it's a huge, huge step forward in the Kayano lineup. Just so this is a great step forward, but I think they've got a little ways to go in a couple different departments. All right, we'll toss it to the ASICS running shoe playlist right there. If you're interested in learning more all about ASICS running shoes, there's a lot to dig into right there, right there, right there. All right, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.